I went to the Home Depot a few days ago to check the Christmas light stock for this year. While I was there, I also took some pictures of the regular lighting section. Unintentionally, I think this happened to be a good time to do an update on the bulbs still for sale because the light bulb aisle had just been moved. So I feel like if they were going to discount some styles to make them sell off quicker or cancel some out entirely, this would have been a good time for it to happen. Now, I don't know how the Home Depot works from store to store in the sense of, is the stock the same in all regions? It's probably not, but I would suspect that you could probably buy any of these bulbs seen in this video from the website and have them shipped to your location. Of course, there is copyright music playing in the store, so that's why I had to cancel out the audio from the video, and I'm going to narrate over it now. So we'll begin with a picture of the largest collection of the world's ugliest ceiling fans all in one place. This ceiling fan aisle has just become so depressing over the years. I remember going through the store in the 2000s and I could just spend 20 minutes just looking at the fans because they were all nice. And you had some interesting designs, some unique ones that were on the sale. You had some traditional ones for sale. There's a really good mix of all different kinds of fans. And nowadays, I mean, there's really like 3 or 4 different styles here, and they all look, there's like 15 that all look the same. There's only one traditional model still available, which is the Littleton. That has been for sale for decades now, and I'm glad it's still there. It's the only one I would actually buy in this entire selection. But the price has gone off the charts. I remember when it was like 15 bucks a couple years ago. Now it's almost 50. I don't know why that they're still selling this. I guess it must still move. I can't imagine who would buy it at that price though. So you got that one. The Glendale is still available, which the irons are kind of weird, but Glendale is okay. The Rockport is okay. What else we got? This flush mount one is okay. And actually this flush mount one is okay as well, in white. Of course, that's a stupid stainless steel. Ooh, ugly finish. Anyways, so there is just practically nothing here of interest. So many of these fans look the same. You know, for instance, you have this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one, and this one are all pretty much the same thing with a different number of blades. I mean, even the light's the same, the light's the same, the light's the same, the light's the same. There is nothing novel, unique, or interesting about any of these fans anymore. They're all black, white, or stinking bland, ugly silver. There's just nothing interesting here. If you took this picture and changed it to black and white, it wouldn't look any different. This is such an ugly selection of bad quality fans. I hate it. I hate these ceiling fans. So disappointing, really. And then there's these dumb things which are just useless. Put a floor fan on if you want something like that. Anyways, nothing there worth paying any attention to. So here's all the lights. Of course, we have aisles and aisles of DEL. We have, they're changing the verbiage on this. It used to be bright white. No, there's still bright white. Then what? There's bright white, true white, and there used to be daylight. I don't know if maybe true white replaced daylight. And then there's soft white at the bottom. Now, there are still CFLs. There are 60 watt equivalent CFLs for $10.98 a piece per box of 4, so it's allegedly $2.75 per bulb. They are available in both soft white and daylight. There are 75 watt bulbs, which for some reason they're the same price, both in soft white and in daylight, and plenty of stock, I mean front to back of the shelf. And there are 100 watts in both soft white and daylight. These are a little more expensive. They're $3.62 per bulb, or $14.48 per box, or as they're calling it. And I can personally attest to these being excellent bulbs. I bought 4 or 5 boxes of these when I moved into this house, and I put them in several places, that some of which are used every day for quite a few hours, and I have never had one of these burn out. I have some of these that have 3 years of heavy use on them and they're still working perfectly. The coloring of the light is excellent. It's exactly the incandescent. The color rendering is good. There's no weird flicker. There is somewhat of a startup time, but that doesn't bother me. These are great CFLs, and if they're mounted correctly with the ballast down, the ballast doesn't even get hot during that. Seriously, don't interrupt the video, just keep it the same. The ballast doesn't even get hot if it's mounted with the tube up like it should be. So I have no reason to believe these won't last as long as they claim that they do. So I think these are a great value. Highly recommend stocking up on these bulbs. When these go on sale, I'm going to buy every box they have. Hopefully they don't go on sale anytime soon, because that probably is going to mean they're discontinued. As of now, they're still readily available. Okay, they also have GU24 style in both soft white and daylight. Yeah, I've noticed these packages change every now and again, and I wonder what happens to all the old stock of the packages. It just get thrown out? It probably does. And there's also 60 watts of GU24. Remember that whole debacle in the 2000s? GU24. Good times. These are expensive too. These are almost $7 a bulb. Well, I don't know why. I mean, it's the same thing with a different base. I can't imagine the base costs several dollars more than the E26 base. That's kind of nutty. Look at the glare and the banding on the camera. This camera is very good about taking that flicker out, but it is still there. You can see there's a band right here and there's a band down here. These bulbs are so harsh in person, and it's a shame because some of these have a nice color, like a nice amber color. You can see this one's very amber, this one's very amber, and this one's very amber, but there's still a harshness to them. I don't know what the heck that is. And I got a whole bunch of interesting, this is where it becomes a shame to me that these bulbs are such bad quality and they have a flicker and glare, because some of these are kind of cool. They got interesting filament designs, and I can't use them. I mean, look at how many of these nice amber ones they have. And these are a really nice amber color, almost like sodium. More LED. They're starting to get some frosted ones now with the flame tip, like the old incandescent ones used to be. More DEO, more DEO. The prices on some of these are kind of steep. These are $4 or $5 a bulb for 60 watts. It's more than the CFLs. And of course, let me go back a minute. Watch this fixture at the top, this ugly circular one. You'll see it flickering in the camera before the camera adjusts to take the flicker out. Flickering. Now this one is actually flashing. This one's broken. And you can see that both the square and the circular one were flickering bad. More DELs. I kind of went past those. I wasn't particularly interested in those. This is what I was interested in mostly. So we have these 15 watt appliance bulbs and these 25 watt appliance bulbs. No, these are the 25 watt appliance bulbs. I particularly like these. These are inside frosted, and they just have a really old school appearance to them. Of course, the quality of light's perfect and everything. I really like these bulbs. And then they have the 40 watt incandescent ceiling fan bulbs and appliance bulbs. And these are what I am running in the house almost exclusively right now, because I can still buy them. I don't want to tap into my incandescent stock much until I can't get anything else. So for now, these are what I'm using in the house almost exclusively, and they're fantastic. Perfect quality of light, perfect color rendering, everything is correct as you would expect. And lifespan seems reasonable. I've only had one or two go out, and you know, they're going to go out eventually. It's not unheard of. So excellent. All of these, highly recommend them. They're a little pricey, but they're good. And then we do have some incandescent nightlight bulbs, some flickering DEL nightlight bulbs. Yes, they do flicker. I've tried them. There is a 7.5 watt incandescent bulb. Whoops. And there's some miscellaneous incandescent shapes down here. Some halogens. Oh, of course, now I've got a good clear shot of them. So these are candelabra base bulbs, 25 watts, and these have a good. Oh, wind's picking up, and so is the rain. These have a decent lifespan rating too. They're 2,000 hours, so I guess the price isn't so bad. I thought these were 1,000 hours, but these are 2,000 hours, probably because they've got so many studs to the filament. And then of course there's your DEL equivalent. I'll take this one all day. You got halogen and LED 40 watt wedge bulbs. These high wattage bulbs are still available. There used to be a 150 watts high wattage bulb. That unfortunately has gone away. So now there's only 200 watts and 300 watts. There is nothing stopping you or I from taking these high wattage bulbs, putting them in a lamp, and running it on a dimmer. They will last for decades if you take this 300 watts bulb and tone it down to 40 or 60 watts. It was a little more practical with the 150 watts because it was smaller. These are both fairly big bulbs, but that's another option. And for $5, you can get a lot of years of life out of this running it dimmed. It's a very good deal. I don't understand why the prices are the same though. For 200 versus 300, it should be different. So unfortunately, it looks like we did lose the 150 watts high wattage, but at least these two are still there. There is still high pressure sodium. Now, I think we lost some high pressure sodium as well. No, we definitely did, because there used to be 70 watts and there's no 70 watts anymore. And I want to say there was also 400 watts and there's no 400 watts anymore. So we still have 50 watts. We have 150 watts. Both, no, not both. Only E26. And then we have 100 watts, also E26. So, okay, so unfortunately the sodium selection took a hit. And there's no more 70 watts. Now, I never understood this. Why the price it's practically all the same. 150 is $26.98, 100 is $26.98. All right, that's enough. And then 50 is $25.98, so it's $1 less. Well, that kind of stinks that we lost the 70 watts because I use the 70 watts a lot around here. That's disappointing. We're losing some high pressure sodium. Not good. Not good. There is still 175 watt metal halide in both Mogul base, which is E39, and standard, E26 size. And then there is the fluorescent 65 watt non-self-ballasted tube still available, both in daylight and, I guess they're both, what's the difference here? This one is 65 watts and it's $16 daylight, 65 watts. This one is 65 watts daylight. I don't understand, but this one's $31. What's the difference? I don't get that. So we have metal halide 175 watts, Mogul base, medium base. We have metal halide 250 watts, Mogul base, and metal halide 400 watts, Mogul base. So pretty good selection of metal halide still. And then we have, it looks like a tubular bulb here from Fluorescent as well, but it's stinking daylight. And then we have the S11 bulbs, mostly DEL, but is there any? Yeah, there's some incandescent here, 11 watts. And there's a bunch of fluorescent tubes still. These are non-self-ballasted. Some of these are stupid DEL. That's DEL. Those are all DEL. You can tell because the price is double. That one's fluorescent, 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 fluorescent. That's DEL. That looks like fluorescent, fluorescent, fluorescent. Those three look to be fluorescent. So there's a decent stock of fluorescent tubes still. I think these are incandescent here. Oh, now we can get a good close-up. Yeah, a lot of these are CFL still. Actually, more of them are CFL than DEL. And we got some incandescent here. I'm kind of disappointed about the HID losing the sodiums. Still have incandescent tubular in 15 watts, 25 watts, and 40 watts. And again, there's nothing stopping your eye from taking these tubular bulbs and putting them in a regular lamp. In fact, sometimes I like these in a regular lamp because the light is dispersed more evenly. These also have 2,000 hour lifespan, so they are a little bit expensive, but last longer, and same incandescent quality, still available, just a weird shape, works the same. I've used these in lamps before, they're perfectly good. Now we'll take a look at the fluorescent tubes. I'm skipping some LED retrofit garbage. Stupid LED, all stupid LED. Don't tell me what to do. Stupid LED. I think that this is fluorescent. This might be fluorescent here. Fluorescent, 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 fluorescent. These are probably stupid DEL. This is fluorescent. These are fluorescent. Stupid DEO, but these are fluorescent. Stupid DEO. These are fluorescent. There's some stupid DEO and some fluorescent here. These are fluorescent. Fluorescent, all fluorescent, all fluorescent. I've been using these Philips Alto bulbs in the garage, and those fixtures everybody hates, and I'm pretty sure people hate these bulbs too. And while I'm not saying that they're good, both the bulbs and the fixtures have been 100% reliable for several years now. And I had one bulb go out. This is all fluorescent here. I think these look like they're fluorescent. This is all fluorescent down here. So there is still quite a good stock of fluorescent tubes here. Yep, that's fluorescent. All fluorescent here. Fluorescent, fluorescent, fluorescent. All fluorescent. So, decent selection of fluorescent lighting still. I don't think that's deteriorated at all. The incandescent selection is, considering their band, it's still pretty good because there's quite a few different options available if you just use different sizes and shapes. That hasn't deteriorated at all. The metal halide doesn't look like it deteriorated at all. Mercury vapor is gone, unfortunately. And I'm pretty sure that mercury vapor is gone from Lowe's also, because I remember the last time I was at Lowe's, the mercury vapor bulbs were steeply discounted and I bought the rest of them. So no more mercury vapor. Still decent selection of metal halide. Okay selection of high pressure sodium, but it is dwindling. So I'll have to keep an eye out for the high pressure sodium to become discounted. If it becomes discounted, I'll buy them. And CFLs, still plenty of them available. So all in all, not bad. I can still get the majority of the light bulbs I like at the Home Depot.